I'm down at Lincoln Memorial. That you can't see it through the trees here. But I sat down because I got a lot of stuff to go over, and I want to make sure I go over because I only have about 3 more days left to apply to a program. It's going to be gone in 3 more days, but you have 3 days to apply. It's easier than ever. There are two programs I'm going to tell you about that I've talked about before, but one is going to be gone in 3 days, and it's really for people that are independent contractors, small businesses, work-at-home people. Gig economy people, all this kind of stuff, not normal job people, and also nonprofits. And so if you're self-employed, yeah, or an LLC, anything, doesn't matter. It's just that you don't have a regular job, and you're trying to make money easier. And it's for individuals. Somebody just put it. Is it for individuals? It's for individuals who are trying to make money at home. And now these are SBA monies. But again, they're for individuals. So if you're individual working, and your business has to be started at least in January of this year. So if you could prove that. Now, the two programs, and actually, let me give you a source of this that explains the two programs better than I ever will. It's called Investopia, Investop, Investopedia, Vestopedia, okay, .com, Investopedia, and they have a report, and it's called the Paycheck Protection Program report, and what it is and how to apply. And there's a lot of good detail in this for you to apply. And because they have a lot of money left. See, when it first came out, they went to 2 or 3 reiterations on this program. And it's a program that has forgiveness. And then it was so complicated with paperwork, they made the paperwork a lot easier. And so it's all becoming a lot easier to apply, a lot easier to turn it, because it starts out as a loan and then it becomes a grant. So that becomes easier. All this stuff is now easier than hell. There's more people that will help you fill out the forms too. The SBA has on their website is a place where you could find local organizations that help you for free because they make a little piece of the money. So they're not really doing it for free. So if your bank doesn't help you, that's it. PayPal even does it. A lot of people on Let's Go Help are getting this money. And it's not only that money, but it's the ID. There's another one that's available, and that's the emergency money, and that's even quicker. People are applying for that and getting it like in a week, and it's a 10-minute form you have to fill out. So that's the second one. That's not to the PPP. That's a Paycheck Protection Program, not that one, but the other one that is for emergency money. IEDL is called. No, EIDL. So EIDL. There are two. If you go to SBA.gov and put in PPP and then or EIDL, you'll find a page with both of them on it. And the EIDL, you could apply for yourself. You don't need anybody to do it. And like I say, people who never even knew the SBA before that found out about it in Let's Go Help have applied and gotten it already. They get $1,000 into the bank account. They have no idea where the hell it came from. And then finding out, oh, that's from the U.S. Treasury. That's why I just applied for that. I mean, it's amazing. Yesterday alone, I must have had 3 or 4 people who told me that, and they thanked me, which was awfully nice of them. It's not me giving you the money. It's government. And you're filling out that form and getting it. And again, the worst case is you don't get the money. So that's why it's silly not to try. You can always think of stuff in your head why you don't think you should apply. I'm not going to get it. She's never going to go out with me. So why should I ask her? God, you have to do this. What if I'm getting the unemployment? Do it anyway. If you're getting all the other stuff, try it anyway. The worst case is you mention that in there or whatever. They're going to tell you if you can or not. Don't trust me or anybody else. I see people doing it. Now, all the ifs, ands, or buts, I can't tell you until you fill it out. So you go and fill that out. Now, let me tell you a little bit about these PPP. First of all, it's April 30th. No, is that no? June 30th. June 30th. So you got to apply before June 30th for the PPP. The other one is here for a while, so you don't have to worry about that. I guess until their money runs out, and they still have money. Both of these ran out. See, what happened is that people, when they first came out, they ran out of money so quickly because all the fat cats and the big companies started doing it, and so they didn't have money for the rest of us. So here it is for the PPP. Now this is not the EIDL, which is the real easy form. This is a little more complicated one. Let's see, PPL, you could get up to $10 million from this and write it all off. 100% of loan can be forgiven with their guidelines, okay? You can apply for both the PPP and the EIDL, okay? So you can apply for both of these things. Check eligibility, if you're eligible or not, before you apply. You can apply through the SBA approved 7A lenders. And when you go to the SBA website, they have a graph of the United States that tells you how to find lenders where you live. Okay, eligibility. In addition to meeting the size requirement, okay, you have to be less than 500 employees, okay? So all those people living in your basement, if they're over 500, you're not going to be able to get it, okay? And you must show that the business has been negatively impacted by the virus. It hurt your business, okay? Okay, eligibility. Any business categorized as a food service or accommodation, like restaurants or hotel, and have 500 or fewer employees per location are eligible. Tribal businesses are eligible. Independently owned franchises are eligible. Here's the big one. Self-employed are eligible. Independent contractors are eligible. Gig workers are eligible. Sole proprietors are eligible, okay? So all those are eligible for this. That means sort of like breathing. How to apply. Lenders begin accepting applications on April 27th. That's a long time. The deadline for applying is June 30th, 2020. June 30th, the deadline, just for the PPP, not the IDEL or IEDL, whatever it is. Okay, so you have until then. Okay, and they say the applications are pretty straightforward. They always say that, don't they? How the forgiveness loan works. Okay, what you're able to forgive is your employee payroll costs, your wages and commissions, and also your wages for like your salary. So if you're an only business and it's your salary, that's applies. So you're taking a salary out, you're able to do the regular full forgiveness application. Now see, you have to fill out another application after you get the money to get it forgiven. And they shrunk that application from 11 pages to 5, okay? So are you self-employed or employees? Easy applications for self-employed with no employees. Do not reduce the salaries or wages of your employees by more than 25%. So that means you keep getting the same amount. You can't cut your salary and get this money. So that's all there. Your sample of the form and the application and how to find a local bank to apply to. And the other banks I like to apply to, besides, I don't know how much help PayPal will give you, but your local community banks, and if you don't know where to go to for a community bank, you could just say find community bank in Google, and there's an association that has a listing, and they'll help you find a community bank local. Another place to get help is your local small business development center. If you go to Americas, AMERICAS SBDC.org. Okay, so that's Americas, 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 SBDC.org. So there's 2 S's there in the middle. And you go there and you put in your zip code and you'll find your local center. Call them up. They're working all the time and probably help you remotely, okay, virtually. So you could remember both of those. And the EIDL, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, people are calling me and say, let's go. I've been watching you for years or whatever. I'm a subscriber to the Let's Go Help, and I just got a check. I mean, go if you remember, go and see, and start looking under testimonials on the left-hand side. There's a tabs, and we have a testimonial tab, and you'll see these members that hey, they got 5,000. One guy got 1,000 here, 16,000, in one check and everything, and he's got to go to work tomorrow, and he's got all this money. It's just amazing. It does my heart so well. It feels so good to see that I could do something like this and see it's there. I mean, I shouldn't be doing this. The government should be doing it, and I don't know why. There's a lot of reasons, and unfortunately, it's sort of like taxes to me. The rich people get every goddamn tax benefit you could ever think of, dream of, or whatever. Okay, they're going to get it. They're going to hire some high-priced accountant, lawyer, or whatever to make sure they pay as little taxes as possible. Okay, that's how the rich people don't pay taxes, is through the tax system. See, the non-rich people get their tax money back through grants and other services and things like that. See, and we don't have, I guess a category of professionals that help people get grants, because you can't charge a lot. And that's why I'm trying to make it cheap as hell, $20. I don't think you should have to charge anything to get your money, but I gotta live. And I also want to make sure that this is a value. So that's why I want to charge a little bit to make sure that I'm doing something of value. If I'm doing something just because I think it should be done, if nobody else does, why the hell am I doing it? It's sort of like making love to yourself. That's no fun. It's fun to make love to somebody else and make them happy. And that's what I see Let's Go Help at. It's a place for me to make love until I die, and I think that's what we're all here for. It's too easy to get caught up in life's problems and pain in the ass, and the shit that's in our head and the demons and all that kind of stuff. But at my age, I just want to keep making love. and I see that people say, hey, I just got this. I can't guarantee you're going to get it. Nobody can. The only ones who can are the people giving out the money. But I could guarantee that the program I'm telling you are real shit. The stuff I see that people selling grant information. I mean, it's dubious as best. But that's how you sell, because you make outrageous promises or whatever, and maybe 1 out of a million get that. And that's who used to be in my infomercials. So it is real, but how real is it? And then how much you're paying for it? And that's why to me, $20. Well, I'll give you your money back if you think I screwed you. You or I don't have a risk at all. At that price. If the experts, the marketing geniuses that wanted to help me market, said I have to charge $500 or $3,000 and all that kind of stuff. Sort of like Trump University, it was $30,000. I don't think so. I mean, it's just, we all have too much to gain as a society if everybody's growing as much as they can. And there's tools, what I feel, in our society to help us all grow. But we don't learn about them through Google, because Google tells you about the things that you have to pay for to grow. So if you have money to pay for stuff, you can grow. Good for you. But I don't think that's necessary. And there's other ways to do it, and that's why I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to show people other options they have in life to grow and to solve problems that they have. Like I said, can't guarantee it's going to happen. I can't guarantee it's going to be easy. It's going to be a pain in the ass. It may be. That's why I'm excited about this. Man, 10 minutes. I mean, sure, you may not get it. So many people are. And what the hell is 10 minutes? That's the important thing. Where the little people are a lot of nice notices here. I'm going to go back and read them. What grant is it for the 10,000? Well, both of you can get 10,000. The PPP goes up to 10 million. And the ID I get confused. EIDL That's you get 1,000. You could get a loan up to I forget how much, maybe 100,000 or something. But the grants you get $1,000 per employee. So if you have 10 employees, you get $10,000. That's the max. If there's only one of you, you're going to get a check within a couple days. And if you don't, I'm going to do another thing on that because a lot of people don't know what to do. They've been waiting around for a couple months and nothing's happening. You got to do something. You don't just sit and wait. You know, and pray because I don't think God pays taxes here, so they're not going to pay attention. But there's ways to do it. Again, not guaranteed, but you have to do something because it's too easy for the bureaucrats to screw up. So you got to keep on them, okay? So let me help you if I can. If you don't have the $20 for Let's Go Help, just keep watching the videos because see, I got to do this. I'll put a copy of this on Let's Go Help and also links, and then you could ask a question. See, at Let's Go Help, what you do, you start a new discussion. Anytime you have a question, you start a new discussion. I look at those and I answer them, and all myself. So far, if I get too busy, that'll be a nice problem. But I don't have to grow that much anymore like when I was young. I want to make sure I help people. That's how I learn. If you have a problem and I help you try to solve it, then I can maybe package something for somebody else to solve it too. And I go up the learning curve once to learn it and package it somewhere in another format so other people could take advantage of it and improve their lives too. Rose, who works for me, just did a wonderful thing yesterday for a member. An older woman living by herself and had a lot of housing problems she couldn't get fixed. And Rose helped her start a crowdfunding campaign, got congressmen and senators to help her, and all this kind of stuff. And you can do that too. That's why Rose is going to show you how you could do that. But more importantly, she helped the woman write a letter to the mayor of the town. The mayor of the town, giving her $10,000 to fix her house. That's right. After going through all these agencies. See, I mean, it took Rose a lot of time to do that. But the joy of having that fulfilled, I mean, you can't run a business doing that all for free, but see, we could learn from doing that and train other people to do that too. I did get a grant for $35 being a single father. Wow! You're sharing it with all your girlfriends? Let me know about it, okay? That grant, so we could share with other people. Send me an email, the single dad grant, because there's a lot of single mom grants, but I don't run into single dad grants. And that send me at Let's Go Free Radio at gmail.com. Okay, Let's Go Free Radio at gmail.com. So make sure I get that. And or if you're a member, just put it in the discussion at the Facebook Let's Go Help group. Okay, I got 3 more miles to do, guys. Thank you I can't read all the nice messages you've been leaving, but believe me, that's food for my heart. And that knowing it helps somebody gives me more energy than my 6 miles of walk, run, or whatever the hell I do every day. So thank you very much for everything. I really appreciate how my life has been, and you're helping me very much. Thank you.
Okay, so you don't